In the mountains, far from Big Brother's glare, lurks Bodach, the alien, his logic bold and rare. He rants in the moonlight, corruption beware, while Jasper behind the scenes ensures no glitch can snare. They brew roasts and truths, leaving no stone unturned. Viewers flood the chat till the ban can't be spurned. Bodach brims with swagger, inciting verbal wars. He fences bacon deniers behind deep state doors. He slays your claims with facts and leaves them on the floor. With base takes, a cosmic crowbar wrecks each libtard more. From his high tower of truths he hunts scandals grim. He lifts corruption's veil so darkness cannot win. The chat erupts for each base take, igniting Bodach's spark. For defiance grows brightest when it's bored in the dark. He calls out crazy liberals, charging right to the fight, tearing dogmas asunder with unapologetic might. Hornet like jabs, and sure no NPC is spared. Their illusions collapse, every falsehood laid bare. But Bodach's not alone, Jasper's always near. A multitasking servant, no meltdown to fear. He runs cameras and code, flattening trolls with aplomb. Together they skewer spin with calm.
Oh, hello humans, how are we? Happy Tuesday. Betting is the lowest shit you can do. The lowest shit you can do. I mean, there's worse. JVD, Gilliano, is basically your dad. Oh shit. Anyway, hello humans, welcome to the stream, my podcast, my desperate need for attention. This is my show. My name is Bodach and I was exiled here to Earth. Framed I was for crimes I didn't commit. But that's a story for another day. This is my thing. I ramble, I chit-chat, I fight technical glitches, and I've probably been neuralized by the Men in Black multiple times, considering there's not a rabbit hole not worth my time. I wear my tinfoil hat with pride, never shy of speaking my mind. Join me, help me, enable my bad choices. Maybe then I will finally have a glitch-free stream. I live in a castle, it's not mine. I don't know who owns it, never met them, but I've been here for years and no one checks. My man cave is here. I have my own gym. And there is this weird mirror down in the basement that shows me memes. I host my own talk show where I invite guests on for a chinwag. I also host the quiz show Silly Sausages. And sometimes I try a bit of open mic down at the local comedy club. Where was I? Also have the honour of being a regular guest speaker at the Institute for Science, Memes, Entertainment and Gaming. You can find my previous SMEG talks on all my channels. But anyway, enough about me. I'm not alone. My mate Jasper is behind the scenes. He hides here, he's from my world, but the less you know about him, the better. Jasper is my producer, my editor, my security, my driver, my cook, my secret Santa, and he's my drug dealer. I stream on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, X, Facebook, Rumble, Trovo, and DLive. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, BitChute, and Odyssey. Head to the Bodach Show. That's my website, built myself. That'll give you the links to all my stuff. If you could, If you've got accounts for things, even if you don't use the platform. If you could give us a follow and a subscribe and all that good stuff, even if you know, helps me out. Helps me out. Anyway, feel free to jump in the chat and also feel free to clip and share anything you see. Let's crack on. Today, my fucking thing, my thing glitched out on Sunday, so I didn't get to do the Gilly Bet update, so I'm going to do it tonight. Then I've got my UFC picks. My UFC picky picks. Let me just find them. For UFC 314. This is also the official call out for guests. I know I'm also being helped with guests as well. If you'd like to come on to the MMA quiz this Thursday, 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. We're always looking for panelists. Just remember, if you know, it's a competition. You know, you're all in this picks game. You're all on Topology. It'd be nice to get a four-way game going. But anyway, that's the call out. But yeah, this week, UFC quiz. JVD, do you realise while you were all angry like a child, Giuliano knew how to control his feelings and was patient with you because he's like a father figure to you? What are you on about, Girth? JVD, you're a little guy. I mean, fucking Girth is. I mean, you know, if you're English, Girth, he'll find you. He'll hunt you down. You should never say anything to people online that you wouldn't say to their face. It's very naughty. Anyway, we'll get to the picks. But for now... Oh, sorry, yeah, we're going to do the UFC picks after Giddy update. I haven't had time to fucking prepare. I know that there's some money around and there's some options. And even if all the money comes, there's a really good chance of there not being a laptop because of just how much PC you can get for the same money. And I just want to put them together. But we will go over, I will briefly look at a couple of things, but I really actually want to do it offline. I want to do it offline. I want to get these PCs free. A budget PC, a decent, solid workbench video editing PC, and then just for the gamers, a solid gaming PC. And yeah, I will do that. But yeah, we'll have a brief look. We'll have a brief look later. But yeah, Gilly Bet update plus the UFC picks first. But yeah, I want to go and have a look at my mirror first. So yeah. Welcome to the Bodach Show. Ooh. Welcome to the basement. Mind a mess. Haven't had time to clean up the place. As you know, I found this mirror next to a note carrying two simple instructions. The first instruction said not to get too close to the mirror. It doesn't say why. And the second instruction was a phrase, and when you say this phrase, the mirror shows you things. And it goes like this. Mystery mirror on the wall. Show me some memes to corrupt my soul.
I just started reading the Quran and I am so excited about it. Also, did you know
what
that Allah
in the gender
is beyond gender?
What in the gender fluids is that?
I'm not saying I'm going to convert.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I know that this is exactly what I need right now.
They will throw you off a fucking rooftop.
I just wanted to say thank you and just point out how excited I am.
I'm so excited.
That's the noise. That's the noise you make as you fly off the fucking building. Ah! That's the same noise. I'll let everyone know how excited I am. Ah! What the fuck? Why are you throwing me off the building? Dum. Fucking hell.
Excited for you too. Oh, you should go to a Muslim country. The things that you will learn.
Fucking hell, look at the state of it. It's ridiculous. Sorry. Sorry. Hey, come on. Something's happening. Right, okay.
Waiter.
Oh.
There's a fly in my soup.
Oh yeah.
Waiter, there is a fly in my soup.
Do not worry, sir. The spider on the bread roll will get him.
Deutschland.
Waiter, there is a fly in my soup.
Jewish swine.
Deutschland. Israel.
Waiter, there's a fly in my soup.
That'll be £1 extra, sir.
How weird is it? I used to think when I was a kid that like the comedy from the 70s and stuff were like you know, I thought it was all tame. That was a fucking other video. Jasper, why is it fucking videos? Fucking India though. Jesus Christ, look at it. Oh. I sent this video. I thought this was AI at first. And I sent this video to someone who's been there. And they confirmed it. There's places of India where it's like that. It's insane.
Meh.
It's another bit. Jasper, what's going on with the videos?
Fuck.
Can any of you relate to this? Can any of you relate? I can't actually, not at the moment. How lucky am I? But once upon a time, fuck me. Imagine not being able to reason with someone. Anyway. What happened to Gilly? I don't know. Obviously, every time somebody who streams 8 hours a day, every single day, when they suddenly stop streaming for a couple of days and go quiet in the DMs, obviously everyone just immediately assumes that he's dead. I've seen lots of people claiming that he might be dead. I think someone messaged me saying that he might have been arrested. What the fuck's going on? Giuliano is in hospital with foot rot. Well, that would fucking suck. I just want to know why you won't fucking work. Of course you're not going to fucking work. Because there's something fucking wrong with you. Do you know what? Just as I'm getting my fucking shit sorted out, right? We're gonna have a glitch-free fucking stream. We get a glitch. Anyway, back to manual mode. Whatever. Right. Anakin MMA is cute. If you say so, Girth. Charles Smith got farted on by Clown Show. Did he? What do you mean by that? What do you mean, Girth? Clowned on by Clown Show, how? You enjoy. I enjoy the opening monologue every time. Is that so, Orange Cat? It's a good job that you do it. I read it on a tip. You should have a familiar beginning. A regular schedule and a familiar beginning. JVD wears a kipper off stream. A kippah. Is that how you pronounce it? Girth! Why are you going after JVD so hard? What's he done? Good old Girth. Good old Anakin. Oh, Big Ank wants to know if Girth's got Volk or Lopez. We're going to find out my AI picks later. In a bit. What's up, everyone? What's up, Rod's neighbour? Lovely to see you back. Welcome. Rob's N-word. Oh. What's up, Tom Raid? JVD gets loud. Don't mess with him. I mean, mess with whoever you want, but you got to make sure you can handle them. First of all, you got to make sure you can handle them. Above all else. And second of all, make sure they deserve it. Retrograde, whatever that means, don't know. Girth is a wise man. Izzy Charles, what makes him so wise? What makes him so wise? Laptop time. I mean, I know Musical really wants to be mobile. I get it. I get it. But you can get, for the money that's involved, you can just get more. There's a balance for Macs. There's a balance. I've got a Mac. I love my fucking Mac. It's one of the best things I ever bought. They age superbly. You think you got some low-powered model? Like, I've got a MacBook Air, and it's an M1. This motherfucker, it can run everything. It can run everything. It can run Premiere, After Effects. It can run everything. OBS. It can run several monitors. You buy a little gizmo. It's only got 2 USB ports, but you go on Amazon. And for 20 quid, you buy a gizmo. You plug that in. And you can run your charger through it. And all of a sudden, you've got a whole bunch of USB ports and you can plug your peripherals in. And you've actually got a real solid machine. So I've got nothing against Macs. It's just, it reaches a point where I would never take my MacBook seriously for work. That's what I'm going to say. I can't work on it. It's a backup. If I have to go somewhere remotely and do some work there, yeah, great, I got a laptop. But it's fucking shit for doing work on it. But we'll get to that. If it's primarily for video editing and all that kind of stuff, then he wants to, like... Surely he just wants raw fucking power sat at a desk. A laptop's nice, it's mobile, but I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Anakin. Lopez. I think Lopez will catch Volk. KO him. Girth. I got Volk. He's taking the belt back to Australia. The thing is about Volkanovski is He had a chin. The division at the time, the division at the time was lacking in truly elite grapplers. I don't know how he avoided Habib, but somehow there never seemed to be a proper strong grappler until he came up against Islam. And he dominated. And it feels like Volk can dominate, but I think he's lost his sharpness. He's just lost that little edge. I still think he's fucking dangerous, obviously, but I think his chin might have gone as well. Because that's the thing. Yeah, you can lose, but it's how you lose, isn't it? Like, I don't know. Once you've been knocked out a few times, you're pretty much done, right? I think like Volkanovski is in his clinging on to the top 5 arc of his career after being a dominant champion, while Lopez is on the rise, on his way to go and challenge. Okay, actually, is it an actual fucking... It's a title fight, is it? No, it's a title fight, right? Shit. I can't even fucking remember. It's for the title, isn't it? Anyway, the point remains. I think I've got Lopez. I can't see Volk circling around the cage. Lopez catches Volk on the chin. Volk hits the ground and Lopez smashes his face in against the cage till it gets stopped. I think like the thing is about Volkanovski is if you're gonna take him down, you gotta get him in the middle, right? If you get him up against the cage, he's too strong. He'll use the cage to get up. I don't know. Oh, do you like the new chat, by the way? The old chat didn't show the fucking emojis and stuff. It didn't show the emojis, so now... and it spammed everything. Now I click through it, meaning I know which ones I've read and haven't read. I don't know if it's missing any of it, but it's the best I can do. Anakin MMA, I actually want Volk to win. I just don't think he will. I want Lopez to win. I feel like his era is fading out. I feel like I feel that way about MMA, the UFC. I feel like we're transitioning into a new era. Musical promotes your quizzes more than you. I know he does. I know he's like he well, the truth is, like, a lot of the people that watch me, it's because Musical helped you guys find me, right? This week's quiz will be fucking brilliant though. If we get some really good guests. They're always really good, actually. To be honest, everyone has been fantastic who's ever come on, because it's all part of this community. We're all in this game, right? We're all trying to project our opinion into the cyberspace. Most people are regular guests on other people's show, or at least you know how it works. And the other thing that's really important is because they've got their own channels, they know how to skirt around YouTube's terms and conditions, you know? So like that's the one thing I've had that I'd like to maintain, just that respect. Respect for the channels. But anyway, I think if Thumbnail ever sorts her quiz out, I will set up a second version of my quiz thing and she can use that. I know there's another thing that you can use, Jackbox, whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, I didn't even know where the Schnozzle Tribe came from until college. I don't actually know where they come from. Nobody would tell me. Geo's on set. I don't know what you mean. Make some sense. Yo, what's up, Jesus? Jesus. Have you been here before? Can't remember. If not, welcome to the Bodach Show. He's not dead. I'm guessing you mean Gilly. He's not dead. He's on the set of a new Green Day movie coming out. Why would a new Green Day movie? What would Gilly be cast in a Green Day movie? What's his character? Big Ank is giving his prayers for Gilly. It's very nice of you. A glitch-free stream, you say? Impossible. Shut up, Lane. I've got a glitch, but it's not affecting the stream. You see, my memes are my backup. They're my backup, right? So basically, if there's no chat or nothing going on, I can just use them as prompts to spaff out my fucking 2 cents on a subject. And I can react to stuff. And I've got a little setup thing so I can do an auto timer if I have got people to talk to. And when I press my auto timer, it doesn't work. And it's annoying because I've got to do manually. But anyway. MMA Anomaly. Hope you're having a great day, but you too. Welcome. UFC 314. Should be a really fun night of fights. Actually, yeah, the card is looking good. And do you know what? It's annoying. Because I'm still a casual, and when I say a card is looking good, it doesn't mean the same thing. Like, I know I'm doing picks, and I know some of the weeks it's done well, but I'm a complete fucking casual. So when I say the card looked good, what good? When my casual mouth says the card looks good, what it means is I recognize the fighters. What it means is the card from start to finish are fighters that I recognize. That's how I know. That's what I go on. It's got nothing to do with how good or bad I just, oh, look at that card. The last few weeks on these fight nights, I barely recognize any of them. I'm learning who these guys are now, doing the AI picks. But yeah, you get into the UFC pay-per-view, it's like, fuck, finally. Some people I actually recognize. Anyway. Musical raid. Thank you. Oh, hang on. You can stay at Greta for a bit longer. Waddler Wade. Waddler raid. Fair enough. We deserve it after the last few weeks of crap cards. Yes, we do, Lane. These fucking cards have been fucking shit. Put. Okay. Did Gilly die? Oh, what does put? I've got voice. I've got text to voice. What does text to voice do on put? Let's have a look. Put. Put. What's up, Bodach? Hello, File. How's it going? Like Claypool raid. Thank you very much. Guessing that's another derogatory term that musicals picked up. Picks up a lot of derogatory terms. Anyway, that's my meme mirror. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to my fucking gym. Jasper, teleport me to the gym, please. It still fucking tingles me. Ooh. Hello. Welcome to my gym. We are going to get to the AI picks, but before that, my AI recaps on Sunday went completely tits up. So we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. You have to mod Little Lou for winning the quiz. And hello too. Oh, yeah, so I've stopped doing that. I'll stop doing that. Because I ended up with too many mods. So what I'm doing now is making the prizes limited edition. So there's only about 19 teapots left. Once we move on to another prize, there'll never be a teapot again. And that's how you do it. That's what you really get. You get to live in infamy as a teapot owner. What we talking CPU, GPU? I don't know. I do not know. That's the thing. I mean, you can obviously get computers that do everything. You can get workbench PCs that can handle a game. And you can build gaming rigs that can do a little bit of video editing and stuff on the side. Obviously, there's that. But what's going to happen is if you get a sort of everything PC, is that it's going to be mediocre at everything. And then as it gets older, you're going to feel that age sooner. Whereas if you build a purpose-specific machine, as your components get older and the software more advanced, you'll feel it less and you'll get more life out of it. So like, for example, I've got my PC split up because I'm a spoilt bastard. I've got my gaming rig, but my gaming rig, everything in there is all about latency. My RAM is ultra low latency. And my CPUs is an X3D from AMD, so it's got that fucking crazy good cache. That I can't remember if it's L2 or L3, but it just, there's a lot of repeating things happening in a gaming engine, and when you put that much cache into a CPU, it makes your games run faster. And everything about my rig. Right, I got a 4080, but I don't need to get a 5080, and I might even be able to skip the 6080. It runs everything. It runs everything fucking perfectly. But if you spent the same money I spent on that on a workbench PC, it'll run games like fucking shit. Because when you want a workbench PC and you're going to be doing loads of video editing and all that kind of stuff, you don't care so much about latency like you would in a gaming PC. Now we're moving into the realms of bandwidth. Okay, latency is not that important. You need a rig with fucking bandwidth and something that can do lots of stuff at once. And that's what you're looking for. Like your gaming rig, you're going to put about 32 gigabyte of RAM in that. But in your workbench rig for like fucking doing video editing, you're gonna want to try and get up to like 128 gig or more if you can afford it. Bare minimum 64 on a PC. There's different things, right? So whatever musical needs, we'll focus on that. I'm doing a gaming one just because I like gaming PCs. I'll do one for an expensive PC, then I'll do a budget PC. But they will be specific. I'm not going to give musical components that provide him an everything PC. These PCs will have one purpose, and that is to be good at streaming and to be good and to be good at video editing. Raid from the larded one. Nice. Good Noodle raid. Really? Lovely. I don't think Good Noodle's ever raided me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sorry. You stopped modding quiz winners. I did. I see. A W against Gilly is enough, in all fairness. It is. I was told to come here. Welcome, Matt Daniels, to the Bodach Show. Bodach's been live for 20 minutes, but he's already 40 minutes behind in chat. Watch Bodach live or the next day. It's practically the same thing. Oh, come on, Antec. Come on, don't be like that. Don't be like that. I get carried away. It's a vacant title fight. Yes, it is. Perfect, but I still think Lopez, whatever. What's funny is that then Mosvar beat Lopez and still didn't get a title shot over him despite beating a former champion, Aljo. That's a good point. That text goes tiny, doesn't it? I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Look at the size of that text. No one's reading that. No one's reading that. Jesus. I need to sort out that chat. I like it, though. At least I know what I'm reading. Volk is very entertaining, but Diego going to run over him like a Tasmanian devil. He might do. He might do. When the fuck is the live Bodach stream? It's now. Fucking hell. Facts Antec, shut up. UFC won a Piku to beat Mosvar. So bad. I'm not pronouncing his names correctly, am I? He's behind 20 minutes before he goes live. Shut up. Shut up. Well, that Betty, that fight is off. As I said, they're waiting for the title shot. Shut up. Yeah, Bodach needs to chill with the dramatic pauses. They're not dramatic pauses. It's my brain not working. Fucking Black Betty. Good, it made no sense. Fucking hell. Hopefully UFC doesn't put Yair or Pitbull over Mosvar in the title shot. It's the fucking UFC. Hardly any of the people getting title shots actually deserve it. In my opinion, it should be Lopez versus... Because they're not... They don't... I know they're fighting for belts, but what they really want to do is avoid taking fucking losses, man. They're not paid enough to be active. And that definitely won't happen, Hank. Fair enough. That MILF same. Did I miss the quiz? The quiz is on Thursday, Matua. Anyway, is that Greta Thunberg? It probably was. I don't know. Correct answer, West. Then today's Thursday, Thal. No, it's not. It's Tuesday. Haha, prepared. What was the question, Betty? I don't know the question. Welcome to Tuesday Tour. But fucking hell. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, the quiz this week. I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Especially with some good guests. That chat is way too fucking small. Me getting second place a few times made Bodach worried I could be mod, so he axed it. I think it's a running meme, Black Betty. I feel like you can win these things and you just choose not to. Mate, you were leading, and then you get to the last round, and then you don't answer a single question. You said you have to go to your drug dealer. Hello, mate. My name is Musical MMA. I would like to do more content, but you see, I lack the funds to do so. Will you buy me a laptop?
Hello, mate. My name is Musical MMA. I would like to do more content, but you see, I lack the funds to do so. Will you buy me a laptop?
Nerd ramblings. All right, Weston, fuck me. You see, I've only got 20 quid for crumpets. Fair enough. Girth! That's my line, Buster. What's the line? My waist bandwidth is increased, if that's what you're referring to. I don't know what I mean. 64 gigabyte memory minimums. Especially if you want to do video editing. How much for a budget PC build capable of editing video in 4K would you estimate? That's what I mean, Andy. I don't know. I don't know. I need to go on Parts Picker and actually go through it. You just need shitloads of fucking CPUs. You need loads of CPU cores. You can pick up... like Nvidia have... like this is what I was saying the other day, but I don't think people realize like how important CUDA cores are when you come to video editing. And people are going to go out there and they're going to buy like a fucking 5060 or like a 5070 thinking, oh my God, I've got this amazing, brand new fucking, oh God, it's so good. It's the current gen. And they're going to go out there and spend 500-600 quid. And that's the budget option. And yeah, it's got some AI stuff and it's got all the frame gen stuff and it will run games a bit better. But if you go and pick up a second-hand 3080, it's half the price. And you got thousands more CUDA cores on there. Not only that, it's got 2 NVENC chips. Meaning you can do fucking multi... Each chip can handle a couple of encoding streams at a time. So you got 2 of them. Pair that with a CPU, like a 16-core CPU. I mean, you're not going to struggle to do 4K. And that CPU... I know you need everything else, but you're looking at 300 or 400 quid for that 3080. The CPU will be quite expensive, but yeah. But I don't think people realise. I don't. That's what I know. But most people don't know when they're looking at PCs is that gaming performance doesn't translate into video editing performance and Photoshop and hardware acceleration performance. Doesn't necessarily mean all your fucking Photoshop's going to be good. Because like I said, you can go and get yourself a 4060 and it's got all the modern features to run the modern games. Or you can go and buy a 3080 from 2 generations ago and you'll have so many fucking CUDA cores, your software will run better. It's all about the fucking CUDA cores. The more CPU threads and CUDA cores you got, the smoother your video editing experience will be. And obviously, you need RAM. The thing is about RAM and video editing is unlike gaming, where you need ultra low latency RAM to get the best out of it. With video editing, you just need pure fucking size. You just need pure fucking scale. And when latency isn't as much of an issue, thankfully that kind of memory is dirt fucking cheap. So it's actually more affordable than you'd realize to get 68 gigabytes of RAM into your machine. I wouldn't recommend gaming on it, but for video editing, you're fucking fine. Anyway. God damn, I'm rambling. Ha! No, dickhead, the stream where you aren't a cartoon. Ha! Sorry, Weston. Yeah, I will do a real one. Yes, I will. Oh, wow. You are kilometers behind the chat. Shut up. I'm not behind. You're ahead. You're ahead. Bet he would have a teapot if he didn't fall off that roof. You might have a teapot if I got through fucking chat. Was that Vinny's voice? No. It does use an API for that voice thing. But if I were to take samples of anyone's voice and then do AI stuff and then make that voice say nasty, horrible things or funny things, that's actually like super illegal. You can only comment and refer to things they've actually put out there themselves. Thankfully, he puts enough fucking shit out there for us to make fun of. Anyway, can you make AI say any comments? Yeah. Pretty much.
Can you make AI say any comment?
So this is why I was late. Because I had a problem with my chat. The Restream chat, they offer you this little Restream thing and you can use it as an overlay, and I used it for all this time. But you can't customize the fucking thing. So I've moved over to this new thing. Literally didn't know about it about 6 hours ago. It's called Social Stream Ninja. I'm sure a lot of bigger or more professional streamers know exactly what that is. I found about it today. I'm linked up to all of the accounts because obviously I'm live right now. I'm live on YouTube, on Twitch, Kick, Facebook. Trovo, D-Live, X, and Rumble. So not only does this give me everything, hosting it myself, so I don't have to pay. It's all free. But it also lets me style it. So next time you see the show, you'll probably notice that the quiz bubble's a bit bigger. You just need loads of CP, I tell you. The Bodach Show, Tuesday. Yes. But this is what I'm saying. Look at the size of it. So obviously on Thursday, I'll figure out how to make that bigger. Because they're fucking size these chat bubbles. But yeah, I just thought it was better. The roof fell on me too. Fair enough. And I get to click on it. I click on it. A 4070 Super, or most of the 40 series, is still on par with the 50 series. Yes, Lilu. See, the thing is, I got a 4080. And I love it. But like I was saying in the other chat, because of the amount of money I spent on it, I don't expect to not be using it in like 5-6 years time. Like, imagine everybody who bought a PlayStation back in 2020 when they were released. They're still buying games today and getting the same experience, right? My 5080 will probably, I'll skip next generation. And then I'll upgrade, and then that 5080 will then move over to my workbench. But yeah, the 40 series are good. You got the frame gen. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's there. The thing is, they don't tell you about frame gen. Is the game will be like, oh, it's only doing 20 odd frames. Turn the frame gen on, and all of a sudden you get like 100 frames. Yeah, it can in some circumstances do it, but it's laggy as fuck. Right? The frame generation only works if you're already getting 60 frames. Now, I tried it with Cyberpunk. I thought it was fucking great. I was already getting about 90 fucking frames. I've turned on the frame gen, and there it is. My monitor, 144 hertz, but I cap it. To 134. That's. I think that's a tip I picked up from somewhere. I can't remember. But if you got whatever your hertz is, just set a frame rate cap slightly under it. So with your FreeSync or whatever, or G-Sync, it gives your monitor a tiny buffer. But also when you do a frame cap, it also gives you better frame timings. But yeah, with the frame gen, the latent, even when you got a good bass, the latency it adds is too much. It's too much. You just feel it in your mouse movement. But it looks silky smooth. It was the lagginess in the fucking mouse was fucking horrendous, so I turned it off. But when you did move, it was silky smooth. It might work for games like FIFA. You know what I mean? It might work for games like FIFA. I don't know, but yeah. But you got the DLSS as well. The DLSS is going to be supported for another generation. So, yeah, the 40 series is good. And apparently, because of how they've built FSR, AMD have been really cheeky. You've seen all these fucking tests of using FSR on these AMDs. Like the new FSR works better on the 20 and 30 series NVIDIA cards than the version of DLSS that they support. Because DLSS is like hardware based. But FSR is supporting older graphics cards on NVIDIA's side than NVIDIA are themselves. If you don't give a fuck about ray tracing and it's a gaming rig, you're going to go AMD. I don't know. Right, moving on. 5070 will have 4090 performance, Jensen. No, it doesn't. No, does it? It doesn't. It's fake frames. What's the roof? Well, the AI on the 50 cards is just a small bump compared to previous gens. Yeah, exactly. So what did the 50s actually have? There's a bump in the AI. You got I can't actually remember. The performance uplift isn't much, is it? It's like 20% or something. I don't know, actually. I'm fucking 3080 Ti. Yes, Leilu. The 3080 was a fucking card, man. The fact that you can get a 3080 in it will still... Because here's my criteria as well. So you buy a graphics card, and it's an 80 series. So you expect... like that's a flagship card. When you buy an 80, you spent way too much fucking money. But for me, that card should still be capable of playing brand new games on medium settings after 10 years. Right? That's what you gotta get. That's all that matters. Because if you're a PC master racer and you do have like a 4090 or something, go on your fucking game and put ultra down to high, and I dare you to notice the difference. Dare you to notice a difference. Going high to medium, that's when you actually start noticing the difference. And then medium to like low, that's when you start feeling like you're playing on a potato. Or you're doing esports. Medium, man. But yeah, the 3080, that's nowhere near medium settings. The 3080, even now, is still a whack it on ultra and go card. If you're playing esports, you're going to put esports settings at 3080 Ti is going to max you out. It's going to give you all the frames. But if you're playing a bit of Red Dead or something like that, something more graphically challenging, you're still putting your game on ultra and getting over 60 frames a second with a 3080. You are a fucking amazing card. Helen RX 6600 XT. We do just fine too. No, Laylu, no, not if you want a video edit. They don't give you the CUDA cores. If you're going to be video editing, you have to go in video. You just have to. And if you're going to be streaming, you have to be in video. If you're gonna do it, and you're gonna get OBS, and you're gonna stream, you're gonna want to use NVENC encoders. You've got a little chip on NVIDIA cards that take the responsibility in its entirety and streams really good quality on the fly, leaving your actual GPU and all the rest of it to handle the actual shit going on inside the OBS software. And when you're doing a video editing and stuff, all of the CUDA cores on the NVIDIA, it's just going to run so much smoother. You only need 16 gigabyte of RAM for most games though. Oh, for sure. 32 gigabytes is the... When I say sweet spot, I mean you got the sweet spot and it's going to still be good in 5 years. You want 10 years life, but you still want it to be... That's how I look at it. You still want it to be high end in 5 years' time, you know? So if you put 16 gigabyte of RAM in your gaming PC now, that's fine. But some games you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna use a lot of swapping. It's okay if you got a decent hard drive, but you are gonna cause frame lags. So 32 gig now. See, we've gone from the era of 1080p 16 gig. I think most people realize now that unless you've got a massive 50-inch screen, 4K is completely pointless. So for normal monitor sizes, from anywhere from like 23 inches to 32 or whatever it is you put on a desk, 1440p is slowly becoming the sweet spot, the standard. 144 hertz that most people put down to 120, just so it takes that full advantage of G-Sync and shit. And that 16 gigabyte of RAM is slowly becoming 32 gigabyte of RAM. And most people used to be like, yeah, 500 gig hard drive. That'll do. Now you got 1 gig. You got 1 gig minimum. And if you're going to be like doing video editing, and you're going to need to save a lot of files, so you're going to need a second. You're going to need a second hard drive. Now that doesn't require as much speed, so you'll probably just buy an SSD that's like a couple of terabytes big on the cheap. But you need a main drive. That's a terabyte. You know what I mean? Everything's up now. People like 60 frames a second. No. It's 90 frames a second. If you're not getting 90 frames a second, because the thing is, people always keep going to 60. It's not good enough. You can go on Amazon right now, and there's monitors that are 1080p, 144 hertz, and they're less than 150 quid. The cheapest of the cheapest monitors are still 144 hertz, 144 frames a second. The idea that 60 is still enough, no, that's bullshit. 90 is the minimum. If you're installing games and you have to put medium settings on, you go to the preset and go, I need to run this on medium, and it still can't clear 90 frames a second on average. That's when you upgrade your computer. Get rid of this idea that 16 gigs is enough. 1440p is the resolution sweet spot. And everything else I just said. Anyway, RAM, bling, yes. It's the PC show now. No. RAM ring. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm just sat in this fucking room doing nothing. So yeah, I did this bit on Sunday. These are my picks from last week. This is who we got. I got 8 out of 12 picks with an accuracy of 66.6%. And while that's still very, very good, and up there with some of the best fight pickers on Tapology, it did fall short of the 70%. So the streak's over. No, that's the wrong one. Hang on, try again. So the streak's over. Yeah. So anyway, we'll start again with some fresh picks. Thanks for the advice on GPUs, Bodach. Exactly, ADF. The thing is about gaming one, and if you're just buying straight up, you're going to just buy the most recent thing you can, because it's got all the bells and whistles. But yeah, people need to understand, you don't just build a PC and do whatever you want on it. They need to be built for things. Gaming PCs thrive on latency, and low latency components are expensive. Making electrical things low latency is a really expensive thing to manufacture. So low latency components are really expensive compared to standard ones. But makes your games run faster because the latency. From your mouse clicking or moving, you want the entire cycle from the response to actually pinging off the bullet and it arriving on your monitor screen as fast as fucking possible. Right? It's not just about getting the frames per second. That's all well and good. It's about how fast your input reaches the monitor in front of you. You can have 144 frames fucking bombarding you right in your face. And what you see on the monitor is so fucking smooth. You feel like you're in this cinematic fucking world of bullets and zombies or whatever it is you're playing. But when you move your mouse and there's an input lag, you know what I mean? In some circumstances, you might only be getting 70 frames a second as opposed to 144. But because that 70 is responding quicker to you, because the latency is reduced, it feels better. And that's why when you go on like your settings and you enable like low latency this, low latency that, A lot of people disable them because they think that they're taking a performance hit. Because when they enable them, they see the frames come down. It's not. What it's doing is it's when you put on that low latency stuff, when you put on the low latency ticks and stuff, what it's actually doing is it's pegging the frame rate to your input. So yeah, it reduces your frames per second, but the reaction between your mouse moving and doing something and the reaction on screen will be much lower because it's going to hold back, innit? And then the second you touch it, it's not going to be like, ah, man, I'm already spitting out 10 frames. It's going to think like, fuck those 10. Here's 5. But it's instant, you know? Anyway, sorry, rambling. How often do you say the N-word? I don't say the N-word. Bodach, would you ever do a belly button reveal? Probably not. Little Louie. Little Lou for short. All right, Little Louie. Smooth like silky PJs. Yes. The 9060 even comes close to the 50 series. Yeah, AMD. The thing is about AMD is they're slowly doing to NVIDIA what they did to Intel. You see, Intel have the gimmicks. They have all the gimmicks. And they're still that way. It's like, oh, we've got some cores that are like power cores, and some that are just efficiency cores, and the power ones are faster than the efficiency cores, and we got all this fucking, and it's gimmick after gimmick, and it's like, and then AMD were like, all right, that's cool. Ours is just a straight up processor. It's got shitloads of cores. There's no efficiency cores or power. They're all just on full power. And in all the benchmarks, in just raw fucking power, it beats Intel at that price. Is it more efficient? No. It consumes more electricity. It doesn't do anything. All it does better is it's faster. It uses more electricity. It runs hotter. It's everything else is worse than Intel. But in raw power, it's a bit faster. And everybody in the market's like, you know what? Fuck Intel. I'm just gonna go and get a fucking AMD. Because all people want is the fastest shit. And at the minute, NVIDIA are doing the same fucking shit. It's all gimmicks. Oh, we've got the AI cores and the tensor cores and the fake frames and all that fucking shit. It's all the same shit. The ray tracing, blah, 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 the ray tracing and stuff. The biggest gaming market is the console market, and they've all got AMD CPUs. Every fucking game developer out there is making sure their lighting looks good without ray tracing, because 90% of their players are going to play on it without ray tracing. Ray tracing's good, by the way, but like when you turn it off, you're not like, ah, it's like, meh. It's like you don't care. But that's what I'm saying. NVIDIA is all gimmicks. Drip feeding you bullshit. And NVIDIA and AMD are just slowly behind the scenes going, we'll do this chiplet design thing. That means we can just ram more and more fucking cores in. And we'll just beat NVIDIA at raw rasterization. And that's what they did. When you take out ray tracing and all the gimmicky bullshit, in the last generation, AMD got the second fastest card. Obviously, it was miles behind the 4090, but it was the second fastest card. And people don't spend $2,000 on their GPUs. They spend about £400-500 at most. The typical gamer. And at that price point, AMD is just putting out these rasterization monsters. All they know is that you want it to look better than a PlayStation. Cool. It's gonna. It will. You don't need ray tracing to do that. And they're going to do the same thing. They're just going to keep making their cards rasterization monsters. While NVIDIA lean into the gimmicks. And just like Intel, AMD is just going to take over the market. Anyway, sorry. I just love tech. I could talk about it all fucking day, as you can tell. Sorry, Bodach, put your glasses on. I put my glasses on. 70% streak. Target, of course. It's 10 straight weeks. So we start again. this week at UFC 314. But we do have some good news. The Gilly Bet. The Gilly Bet. The bet is who has the most correct UFC picks over the 10-week course. We found a good way to score it. We thought we would single out our disagreements each week. And whoever wins would get +1. So how it worked out is this week I beat Gilly 3-1. I beat Gilly 3-1. And that's probably why no one's seen him, because I'm kicking his ass. And he died in shock horror. And he's hiding in shame. Because he said, there's no way. There's no way this is going to be me. There's no way you're AI. You can't. Well, fuck you. I'm 4-2 up, motherfucker. 4-2 up. But we'll see. It is only week 2. It is only week 2. And the next pick's on Tuesday, which is today. Which is today. Look, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you fucking know? Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Topology. There we go. Topology. My average gone up, look. 62.5 now. I gotta get them bullshit fucking picks I made like 2 years ago or something. Anyway. We got silk. Oh, sorry, we got silk pajamas. It's just I'm trying to get the fucking topology. 13 picked. The UI on topology is some #1 fucking bullshit. I want to give a shout out to Silk Pajamas. Of course, we're still playing. We're going to put the picks in. There will be a Bodach League at some point. I think I missed the boat this time, so we'll start again in the next season. There's a real prize to win. But it's round 2 now, so too late for that stuff. I'll wait for the new season. But yeah, Silk Pajamas, shout out to them. JPL, absolute fucking legend. Helps me out all the time. Let's have a look. So, yo, Bodach Show. Hello, Jar Energy. The 3080 can still run on high or very high settings. Exactly, Leilu. Whoops. Jar, that happened to someone talking to me the other day. You aren't the only one. I don't know what you mean. You think for videos you need the Super Series and possibly the 4090 with about 24 gig of RAM. Not sure about video too much. You think for videos you need the you don't need the V. Obviously the VRAM helps with situations, but when you're rendering videos, the way that it does it is it does it like frame by frame, and what it's doing is it's like rendering multiple frames at a time and then piecing them together, right? So your VRAM will fill up, of course, and it'll fill up more 4K, 8K, but it's still gonna methodically work through the frames, right? And it's not the VRAM isn't that important. It's more important for gaming and stuff. The actual physical RAM, your system memory, that's way more important on video editing, because what the software is going to want to do is all the videos and stuff that you pull in to sample and all the rest of it, it's going to want to pull as many of those as it can handle into system memory. So as you're playing and pausing and cutting, it can access it quickly. Right? Your VRAM is only needed when your GPU needs to render or work on something. So when it is doing some rendering or anything, your CPU is going to start chewing up frames to render, sending it to the graphics card at a rate that's faster than the graphics card can handle. And what you're going to find is that an old 3080 will render the video quicker with hardware acceleration than a brand new 4060, even though the 4060's got all the brand new chipsets and stuff. And that is because it's got way more CUDA cores. So it can multitask way more frames at once. You hear what I'm saying? So yeah, it will use a bit more VRAM while it's doing that. But it's not having to pull in like gigabytes worth of textures for a gaming engine. It's pulling in a frame of video that's been spliced together, and it's been told, oh, here's 10 frames. Render them in quick succession. It's like, you know what I mean? It's all about physical memory when it comes to video editing. And just watch it. I was video editing not that long ago. When I looked at my actual system memory, my VRAM was like a couple of gigs, but my actual physical memory, it was in the fucking 70s. I got 128 gig of RAM on my workbench, and I was using 75% of it after a massive mammoth After Effects session. I had Photoshop open, I had After Effects open, so that would have used up some of. I had Photoshop and Illustrator open, but most of it was After Effects. But yeah, it's a system. Honestly, what you need to do all this is what you call a workbench. You just need bandwidth. You just need bandwidth, and you get that from RAM and CPU cores. Correct for Bodach. He's bodacious. That's great. I applaud it. It's always some silly word. It replaces it with Western. Yeah, well, there you go. Pissing myself now. Lane just thinks he's bodacious, really. I am. A 250 hertz monitor is a blessing. I mean, it's a nice to have, isn't it? It's a nice to have. If you're into esports and you're competitive, then I see it. But I'm sorry. I don't play competitive esports games, so I'm blessed. Otherwise, I'd probably have a 244 or something. I've got 144. I've got an Odyssey G5. It's HDR, which is wicked. High dynamic ranges are nice to have. You know, it's 144 hertz, 1440p. The kind of games that I play very, very rarely. Sometimes when I play an older game, it does max it out. Hits the frame cap that I put in. Actually, tell you what, my frame cap is 120. And I tell you why. Because some of the games I like to play on a controller. And for some reason, I don't know if anyone else has found this, the controller has a polling rate of 120 hertz. So if you're playing at like 130 hertz, you can actually, because your frame rate is higher than the poll rate of your controller, you actually start seeing it. You start seeing the controller's sort of laggy kind of not. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm kind of trapped. So first of all, I'm trapped at 120 frames. So the poll rate of my controller matches my frame rate, which again is something that most gamers don't think about. If you're going to use a controller, there's something about having a refresh rate the same as your controller poll rate is lovely. It all syncs up, harmonizes perfectly, yeah? So 120. But then again, most of my games hardly ever hit 120 because I want it on ultra with the ray tracing and everything on. Cyberpunk, I'm averaging around 100, 90 to 100 frames. Spider-Man 2. I gave that a little whiz last night after speaking about it on my fucking stream. That's 100 odd. I don't know, man. It's a fucking good card. I don't see 250 unless you're going to be esporting. And the other thing is, I'll play MMOs, I'll play FIFA, Football Manager, I'll play Total War games. I don't need 250 hertz. Everything above 90, the eye stops being able to perceive it anyway. The only thing you get with the 244, because the 244 hertz, you're not seeing more frames. You're not seeing more frames. Your eyes cannot tell the difference between around 90 frames and 250. The thing that it's noticing is the latency. Because you're just churning out so many fucking frames. The moment your game is ready, it spits it out. So the latency feels ultra, ultra low. You're not actually perceiving more frames a second. Let's all just call him bodacious going forward. I don't know. 32 gigabyte RAM, 16 gigabyte VRAM should be the minimum to aim for nowadays for gaming. Yes, Antec. Exactly. I think the one thing you have to agree, everyone needs to get this in their fucking head. 4K is fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. You only need 4K on a big 50-inch or bigger screen. And guess what? Even then, you don't need 4K. You're not going to be sat a foot away from a 50-inch screen unless you're a fucking idiot. That fucking screen is going to be on the other side of the room. If you render it at 1440p and upscale it, your eyes from that range is not going to tell the difference. When you use upscaling, you can only tell when you're up close. You need to be like pixel peeping. I've got 32-inch monitors that are over an arm's reach away. So when I use upscaling, I'm nowhere near the pixels to see. So it works for me. But 4K is nonsense. You don't ever need to render in 4K or anything in 4K. It's fucking bullshit nonsense. And the upscaling technology is really fucking good. I'm not sure it can get 1440p to 8K, but 1440p upscaled with DLSS or FSR to 4K looks really, really fucking good. So yeah, when we can all agree 4K is bullshit. Now you only need to render textures for 1080p or 1440p. And that brings us back to Antec. And for 1080p and 1440p, 32 gig of physical RAM and 16 gigabyte of VRAM is fine. It's fine. If you're building a gaming rig right now, today, and those are your specs, you're gonna get 8 years out of it until you're gonna get at least 8 to 10 years out of that until it can't handle medium settings. Lane, you couldn't conquer an anthill. It's a bit harsh. So I am going to get to my picks. And you spell conquer wrong. Fair enough. It's Bodach. Yes, it is, Chrissy J. Being AFK, how many correct picks did Bodach MMA get? I got 8 out of 12. So much easier to just game on a console for all those reasons. Yeah, but the thing is, Jar, you're going to turn on something called performance mode. And you're going to get 60 frames a second, but the upscaling's way too much. And they're 5 years old. They're 5 years old. Let me tell you something now, Jar. The next consoles are going to come out in the next few years. And I bet you, because a PlayStation 5 is the equivalent of like a 2080 Nvidia. I bet you, when that PlayStation 6 comes out in like 3 or 4 years' time, it'll be like my 3080, which is already 2 years. It'll be like my 4080, sorry, which is already 2 years old. And by the time the PlayStation 6 comes out, it'll be another 3-4 years older. And I bet you it will still compete with the PlayStation 6. Bodacchino, yes, I've got fucking 4 more days until the Italian flag goes. Oh, God. Yeah, I got 66.6%. Pegging is filthy, is it? I'm loving the content, but it needs more ends dropped with a bad intent. I disagree, Jesus. Someone I know keeps telling me to get an Intel processor, but I want an AMD CPU. Yeah, go AMD. Like, that's the market. If you go right now, right, you want a graphics card and you're going to spend about 350 quid. Right? At that price point, you don't care about ray tracing. You don't even think about enabling it. You're not putting ray tracing on. So you are a rasterizer. You're a rasterization gamer. But you're only spending 300 quid. Well, at 300 quid, the cards that do rasterization the best are AMD. So why wouldn't you get AMD? And the fastest CPUs at that price point are AMD. So why wouldn't you get an AMD? When you get to like the 700-800 quid mark, that's where it starts getting tricky. Because again, AMD still beat on performance, but some of those gimmicks from the competitors start becoming a viable option. Like when you get an 80 series card, you can now enjoy ray tracing. If you do go to Intel, you will get something that performs a little bit less than AMD's offerings, but it will be it will be cooler. It will draw less energy. Their memory controllers and stuff are way better. Like AMD is raw power, but there's all sorts going on a chip. It's got the L1, L2, L3 cache. They come with memory controllers. And Intel's way better at that than AMD. So once you start getting to the higher end, AMD, yeah, the Intel and Nvidia start to, you know, the gimmicks come into play. But yeah, the price points most people spend their money at, I don't know why the fuck you'd be getting an Intel CPU. It makes no fucking sense. You need to be getting to the £700-800 for your CPU until Intel makes any sense. And who the fuck is spending that kind of money on your CPU? When you're building a rig of any kind. You know what I mean? Damn, 4-2 against the expert. Exactly! Lenu, I got a 12700 KF. Not had a single issue with it. But apparently the 13th and 11th gen CPUs are proper buggered. Yeah, Intel does screw up sometimes, but yeah. Intel are just fucking, they're just higher quality. It's like higher quality. It's like, I don't know how to fucking compare it. It's like, what's the best way to compare it? It's like I'll tell you how it is. It's like comparing. It's like comparing a Beamer to a Jaguar, or a classic Jag at least. A classic Beamer and a classic Jag. The Jag's nicer, and the Jaguar is like the Intel. The Jag's nicer. It's nicer. But the Beamer, it's way more fun to drive. I've driven Jags. They're fucking horrible car to drive. They handle like fucking boats. They're shit. They handle like shit. They're fast. When you put your foot down, yeah, you feel it. It throws you back a bit, but they handle like shit. But they're nice. They're nice cars. But a Beamer, now Beamers are fun. You know? That's what it's like. Do you want the nicest car, the one that's more fun? And AMD CPUs are more fun. I'm just fucking hell. What the fuck am I talking about? It is a good analogy if you know your CPUs. Sounds like a QC problem at the CPU plants and tech, letting them pass besides it being wonky. I have no fucking idea what Bodach is talking about. Yeah, sorry, Weston. Sorry. We'll listen back to this stream when I need tech tips in the future. Just fucking talk to me, Far, when you get it. Just talk to me. I'm not saying the console is better quality, but it's easier for the casual gamer. Oh, for the casual game. Oh, mate, consoles are amazing. That's the one thing people don't forget. Consoles are fucking amazing. You just plug them in your TV and good. Most people have got a 60 hertz TV that's at least 1080p. Mostly 4K. It looks lovely. It plays lovely. But it doesn't do anything else other than gaming. Clearly, Intel processing RAM at 7050 CPU is compatible with most hard drives. I don't know what you mean, Cheddarhead. They both connect to the CPUs individually. No, sorry, hang on. What are you talking about? The processing RAM, megahertz. CPU is compatible with most hard drives. I don't know what you mean, Cheddarhead. There's more to this, the new Gen RAM as well. Because the cycles are way better, so the numbers look really good. But the cache latencies are way higher. So when it comes to, like, the numbers look way more fucking impressive on the net from the last gen. A lot of the numbers are double. But when you actually look in real life examples, it's only like a 30% generational uplift. It's just the way the tech works. Can't remember what they call it. The DDR5. The way that like with PCI Express, it's like the numbers double, but most of it's theoretical. The components don't do anywhere near what it's supposed to be capable of. Watching Top Gear, I learned that Jaguar drivers steal silverware. Fair enough. Holy shit, he's almost caught up. I've been caught up for ages. Get on my level, Bodach. I am. I mean, if I was building a no money is no object PC, then it's gonna have an NVIDIA graphics card, and it's gonna have an Intel CPU. If I'm spending about $2,000, it's gonna have an NVIDIA graphics card and an AMD CPU. And if I'm only spending about $1,000, it's gonna be a complete AMD system through and through. Cheddar's Googling. Fair enough. I will reach out to you when I need tech advice. Thank you. I'm not a fucking expert. I just know how to build PCs well. Don't ask me about fucking audio. I'm never happy with my audio. I've been playing with it every single day for about a month. Just when you do one tutorial, there's another tutorial. I was just mishmashing all the computer terms into one sentence. Fair enough. Google head, yes. You did well on the quiz, Cheddarhead. That's an expert compared to me. Fair enough. Right, anyways, do these picks. Talking about fucking computers in the gym. Talking about computers in the fucking gym. This is a fucking fight game. We're talking about fighting here. I'm trying to sound angry. I'm trying to sound fucking angry. Talking about a fucking fight game. I can't sound. We're talking about a fucking fight game, son. We're talking about a fucking fight game now. Shut the fuck up and listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. I don't know how to pronounce half these names, right? I don't know how to pronounce them. I don't give two flying fucks. I'll pronounce them however I fucking want. If they want me to pronounce them properly, get a fucking English name, innit? Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are coming here? Get your fucking English name, you fucking cunt. One that I can pronounce, and then I don't look like such a fucking sausage, do I? Anyway. Audio is fucking mint, cunt. I hope so. Pics, yes. Like I'm fighting, man. No. Nice JVD impression. Where's JVD from? Because there's a hint of northern, a hint of southern. He used to live in Northampton near me. I'll fight you if you keep talking about punters. I'll talk about fucking punters all day now. Listen, my fellow fucking countrymen. My countrymen, when we're fucking punters, we should be at the front of the bar. Who the fuck are these foreigners coming here? Who the fuck are these foreigners coming here? Going to the front of the fucking queue. Get to the fucking back of the line. My fucking countrymen are here. This fucking pub is for my countrymen. Get loud and get the fuck out of my pub. Bless us with the sweet knowledge of AI. Yes, I'm getting to it. I can't wait to release the mispronunciation compilation. You better not be working on a fucking mispronunciation compilation. I'll look like a fucking spastic if you do that. going to be an hour-long montage. Exactly. Just call it Bodach the Spastic, trying to say foreigners' names. He's from wherever the fuck he says he's from. Who the fuck you think you are? Can't fucking fuckwit. Punters. Punters, you can't fucking read, mate. Oh, you said punters! Wait, what did you say? Punters! Pooters! Why did I read that as punters? Pooters! I'll fight you if you keep talking about pooters. Don't you fucking... I want to talk about pooters all I want. Oh. Punters. Fucking punters. I'll talk about fucking punters. Are you saying Jamie D has Peggy Mitchell energy? Get out of my pub and take your pooter with you. Of course I am, but it's just short for your channel. It's just a short for your channel. No, I did pooters. Pooters. Corn apostrophe pooters. Pooters. All right, pooters. Thank you, File. Pooters. My original PC had a base plate of pre-famulated amulite. Fuck off.
My original PC had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with the panometric fan.
Is that right, Black Betty? Fucking
The
hell.
latter consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marslevanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented.
You don't fucking say. Fair enough. I'm so glad I set this up.
Go on, try, read it.
Completed it, mate. Is that Bodach? I'm gonna get a subscription to it if it's not ridiculous. And I was. You have to pay. It's the only thing that stopped me sending loads of voice clips of my voice and just have it speak for me. So every time there's some word in the chat that I can't work out, I'm gonna have it say the word but as me, and then you'll never know how much of a spastic my reading age is at. Betty absolutely used Grok for that. Write a paragraph of computer speech mumbo jumbo. You probably did. Ronin MMA has changed his TTS for his donos to a female Indian. It's incredible. I did think about doing that, but I thought it was a bit cliche. So far. Right, anyway, let's get to these fucking picks so I can go to bed. We got Nora Cornell versus Haley Cohen. So I got Cornell KO round 2. Nora wins by TKO or knockout in round 2. Her striking output and Haley's defensive weaknesses and recent activity make this the most accurate prediction. There we go. AI short and sweet. Perfect. Okay. Next fight. I need to work out how to make this fill the screen. Yeah. So we got Treason Gore versus, is that? Treason Gore, Trishorn, that sounds black. Trishorn Gore versus Marco Tulio. So I got Tulio knockout round 2. Tulio's advantages lie in his higher striking volume, durability, and momentum. His 5.02 significant strikes per minute could overwhelm Gore, who struggled against volume striker Brian Battle and was knocked out by Brummage. Tulio's BJJ black belt Also mitigates Gore's submission threat, even if Gore lands a takedown. So yeah, we got Tulio. Knockout round 2. Next fight, let's go. Oh, fuck off. How do you say that one? How do you say it? How the fuck are you saying this? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How do you say it? Come on. Samu Dajiri. Suma Dwaji. Suma Dadri. Suma Dadwi. Suma Dwaji. Suma Dwaji. Fuck off. Fuck off. Suma Dwaji versus Raposo. I kept reading this as Rapunzel. I don't know why. Fucking Rapunzel. Rapunzel. But anyway. Sumaji. Suma Dwaji. Sumu Dwaji. Fuck off. Sumu Dwaji. I've got him losing, so thank fuck for that. Serge Wright for having a shit fucking name. I got Raposo. I got Raposo. He's going to win by submission in round 2. Raposo is favoured to win due to his exceptional grappling skills, which include a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and a strong wrestling background. These skills give him a clear advantage over Sumar Dwaji. Fuck off. Sumar Dwaji. Gives him a clear advantage over Sumar Dwaji, who has shown significant weaknesses in defending takedowns and avoiding submissions. There we go. Next fight. Fuck me. We're going to be here all fucking night. What the fuck kind of name is this? What is this? That's not a word. That's not a word. You can't just fucking make stuff up. It sounds like the noise I make when I'm picking something up off the floor. Come on. Oh, just call him Oleg. Okay, Oleg. Dumaz and Oleg. And I got him for winning. I got Oleg winning. It's not a real fucking word. I got him winning knockout round 2 anyway. Oleg's striking edge and experience make him the likely winner. But Dumaz has a realistic upset path with his reach and home advantage. The fight's outcome may hinge on Dumaz's ability to avoid a firefight and Oleg's capacity to close the distance. But yeah, that's what I got. I got Oleg as a round 2 knockout. Right, fuck off. These fucking names. Elkins versus Erosa. Fuck me. Probably getting it wrong still. Even when it fucking looks obvious, I get it wrong. Anyway, I got Darren Elkins winning this one. I got him winning by a decision. Elkins wins by decision. His wrestling, submission defense, and cardio should control Erosa, neutralizing his submissions and limiting striking opportunities, leading to a gritty. It's actually giving me the breakdown of the fucking rounds. It's saying it's going to be a 29-28 decision victory. Got really specific. It's never told me the actual judges' score before. Anyway, Chase Hooper, Jim Miller. I've actually got Jim Miller by submission in round 3. Jim Miller edges out Chase Hooper with his vast experience, battle-tested grappling, and striking against stronger competition. Despite Hooper's youth and win streak, Miller's ability to adopt and perform under pressure leads to a 3rd round submission victory in a close grappling heavy fight. Right, so I got Chase Hooper. How's that going down? Elkins ain't winning. Bodach, you're mad. We're doing well so far. Is it Miller by sub? Yes, I got Miller. I got Miller by sub. Yes. Wow. Hey, you could talk musical. I'm kicking your ass in the picks. You're going Elkins. Yep, I'm going Elkins decisions. Oh no. Cheddarhead, I'm beating you in the fucking... I'm beating you on picks. Less of this. Less of this. Oh my God, I'm disagreeing. And more of this. Fuck you. I've got 83% and then 66%. I'm doing well. I love you fuckers. I'm dying laughing. Love you too, Weston. Alex say Chuck. Fuck off. Ha, this is the ultimate gauntlet in UFC names for Bodach. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. Say it before Googling it. Oh, fuck off. You just want me. You just want a clip. You just want clips now. I'm not doing it. Side fumbling is no joke. Say it. I did say it. Go on then. I did fucking say it, all right? Call your corn musical. Exactly. Fucking bumholes. Right. Let's moving on. Fuck off. Jan. That's a nice one. Not saying that first name. Jandiroba. Jandiroba. Is it Jandiroba? Werner Jandiroba versus Zionan? Zionan. How far away am I? How far am I? How far am I? Fuck me, I got it right. Jandiroba. Werner Jandiroba. Zionan. How the fuck do you all know these fucking names? Anyway, I got Jandiroba to win this by submission in the second round. Her path to victory is clearer, taking Yan down and submitting her or grind out a decision win with control time. Her success against fighters with good takedown defense, Lemos and Godinez, and her submission prowess. 14 wins in recent finishes align with Yan's weaknesses and her vulnerabilities to elite grapplers, referring back to her Esperanza loss. Jan's 81.8% takedown defense is strong, but has failed against persistent high-level grapplers. And Jandiroba fits that mold. So yeah, Jandiroba, second round. Let me call Gilly. What are you calling Gilly for? We're nearly done. As soon as I've done my picks, I'm off. Jan, 100%. Well, I'm going the other way. You need the clips. Shut up. You're not laughing at my clips. Someone else. This is the end for Miller. I don't know. I got it. He's also tricky. He's also training with Micey. Okay, I don't know what that word is. Ha! But I will in a minute.
Hess also training with Mikey Musuma Similler is fucked.
Exactly. Right. Hooper is subbing Milo 100%. I hope. I don't know. I'm sorry, Bodach, but don't listen to the AI on that one. Hooper. So you're not happy with the Hooper pick? I did think that one. I'm not going to lie. It threw me. I did run the AI twice on that one because it seems like a retirement sort of path. But then again, Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper is not championship material. He's journeyman material. Oh, hang on. I've drunk all my bloody drink. Anyway, let's move on. Ige Woodson. I got fucking bloody dry throat. Right, Ige Woodson. I got Sean Woodson by decision on this one. Sean Woodson is favoured to win by decision. His reach, striking volume, and takedown defense of 80% should neutralise Ige's grappling and allow him to outpoint Ige over 3 rounds, leveraging his recent streak and physical advantages. So yeah, Woodson by a decision. What do you think of chat? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Chat. What do you think? How do you read Mikey as Micey? What? We've been over this file. I have the reading age of a fucking child. Chrissy, will he answer? Micey? I don't fucking know. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off all of you. Verna's advantage. She can keep one eye on her fight and one eye on her corner same time. Fair enough. I don't know. I'm just doing what the AI gods say. When I do well, I learn nothing. Last week, I tried to work out the picks it got wrong. I tried to work out how it went that way. Made a couple of tiny adjustments. And then I did I run the AI with the old data and it picked more. And that's all I can do because I got these AIs in last week's state, right? So I can try and hone it in, and I fiddle the considerations and the points and stuff that they're awarded until it gives me. So based on last week's data on last week's card, the AI gives me a 100% pick score. It never gets the prop bets. I'm telling you now, that's just fucking blind luck. I had 1 week where I got loads. This week I got fuck all. But when it comes to picking winners, you can get it when you know the results and that you can do that, and then you think, okay, let's try again next week. And I'm just hoping week by week it just hones in. It hones in and just gets that accuracy average just creeps up from 62.5 currently up to 70. Anyway, Mikey is one of the best, most lethal autistic grapplers alive right now. Miller is doomed. Fair enough. Use AI to say. Okay.
Mikey Musumeshi is one of the best, most lethal autistic grapplers alive right now. Miller is doomed.
Fair enough. Gio always reads my texts. He's been radio silent. He's got a sleeping disorder. If that's like a thing, like, won't he then have... I've known of people with sleeping disorders, and they'll be like awake for 3 or 4 days at a time, and then when they do sleep, they're gone. They'll sleep for like 24 hours straight, but there's like... You can't just sleep 24 hours straight and wake up refreshed. That actually fucks you up. So you then spend the day afterwards recovering from being asleep for a whole day, napping, and you're just lethargic as fuck, and then you're just gone. Basically, you're fucked for 2 days. I don't know. Does Gilly, or is he just avoiding the money? I don't know. You got. That's the thing. We're all dancing around it, ain't we? We're all dancing around it. We're all trying to be nice. We're all trying to stay friends. But at the end of the day, last time it got to crunch point, he disappears. Comes back, sends a bit. Gets to crunch point again, disappears. The timing. And the comeback says he's ill. I don't know. Someone's got to say it. Don't want to fall out. Don't want to fall out. Don't want to stop beefing. Don't want to start talking about taekwondo. Don't want to fucking unlist the 50-minute video. Well, it's all good. We're all friends. I'm just saying. It reaches a point where patterns kind of look a bit weird. But anyway. All I'm saying. But he's sent a lot of money already, mate. That's, I mean, fucking hell. I left the email. Fair enough. I meant my comment. Okay. I know musical, but it's still unlike him not to read. The thing is, he's on Insta. I've noticed he replies on Instagram quickly. Which makes me wonder, because Instagram is a dating app. Like, it's a dating app at the end of the day. I hardly post anything on it. I made my profile private. Right? Most people in relationships make their Instagram private, or if it's like a character for your stream, obviously you're going to be public. I think I'm private. I should be private. But man, Instagram's a fucking dating app. There's not a woman who's moderately attractive or better on Instagram who doesn't get men coming into their DMs. They have message requests of guys trying to talk to them. If their profile's public, at least half the people who follow and like their shit, they won't have a clue who they are. It's a dating app. And when I bet you these girls, man, when they're single, I never look, but every now and again, one looks handsome, don't they? You're like, oh, you have a little look and their profile seems normal. And you have a little chit chat, don't you? You have a little chit chat, ladies. Instagram is a fucking dating app. The Vinny-esque one. That was, yeah, I only have one voice. Yeah, it says it how it fucking is. Techless town.
Techless town.
Fucking hell. It's got some gravitas in that. Let's do it again. I've got to be careful because I only get so many credit. You only get so many characters.
Techless town.
It said it differently this time.
Techless town.
Techless town. Oh, he's busy dating Instagram thoughts. He might be Western. Western mass climate is built like a baby silverback gorilla. Is he? Bodacious, are you on top chat, mate? I'm on this social stream thing. I don't know if I'm missing things. I'm sorry. Because I'm streaming to so many things at once, there's nothing that just gives me every screen. I'm not on top chat. I'm just looking quickly now. No, I haven't missed anything. Everything's coming up. Will you go to Gilly's funeral? Only if I can book the flights on the laptop or PC that we get with the money. Nah, I'm just an average man. Don't be so down on yourself. Will you go to Gilly's funeral? Anyway, let's move on. I need to go to bed. Got Dominic Reyes. I've got Dominic Reyes wins by knockout in round 2. While Krylov could win by dragging Reyes to the mat for a submission or outlasting him, Reyes' ability to keep it standing and land his powerful left hand tilts the scales. Both tend to finish early. Krylov's average fight time is 1.4 rounds, while Reyes' average fight time is 1.7 rounds, suggesting a quick resolution. Given Reyes' momentum and Krylov's potential rust, Dominic Reyes wins by KO TKO in round 2, capitalizing on his striking precision and takedown defense and Krylov's potential slow start after a long layoff. Okay, we've got Dominic Reyes by round 2 knockout. What do we think? I'm not down at all. Quite happy being an average man. Cool. Can't say I'm very special either. Nothing wrong with being average. Anyway, Yaya Rodriguez. Oh, Yaya Rodriguez and Patricio Bitpole. I've got Rodriguez winning this by a decision. Yaya Rodriguez wins by unanimous decision. One might lean towards Fieri winning. Is that how you say it? Fieri. Yaria Rodriguez. Yaria Rodriguez and Patricio Pitbull. Yeah, one might lean towards Pitbull winning, leveraging his grappling and experience, but Yair Rodriguez has better striking output, reach, and the ability to stay upright, and will likely outpoint Pitbull over 3 rounds. Pitbull's grappling and toughness keep it competitive, but his lower striking volume may tip the scale. So yeah, I got Rodriguez winning this one by decision. Bodach, why do you have Western Mass Climber as a mod? Do you know he keeps a jar of pickled baby foreskins that he eats as a snacks? Yes, Gareth, he shares them with me, and that's why he's a mod. I'm picking your ear 100%. Nice one, fucking Western. You agree with the AI gods. Right, let's move on. Bryce Mitchell. Gene Silver. I've got Silver winning this one by a knockout in round 2. Bryce Mitchell has a viable path to victory via his elite grappling, 9 submission wins. If he survives Silver's early power, his 3.39 takedowns per fight and persistence could overwhelm Silver's untested defense against top wrestlers. But Gene Silver enters the fight with a perfect 4-0 record in UFC, all victories coming by finish. His striking is standout, averaging 5.26 significant strikes per minute. And he has 12 knockout wins in his career. This knockout power is a major advantage, especially since Bryce Mitchell has shown vulnerability to hard punches, as evidenced by his recent knockout loss to Josh Emmett. Silver's ability to land heavy, fight-ending strikes gives him a clear edge if he can keep the fight standing. Silver also has an 80% takedown defense, which is crucial against a grappler like Mitchell. This stat suggests he can neutralize Mitchell's attempts to take the fight to the ground, forcing Mitchell to engage in a striking battle where Silver excels. So yeah, we've got Silver, round 2 knockout. Might have to ban this idiot. Well, the mods are the mods, man. I'm leaving it to the mods. I don't ban anyone. I'd like to know who banned who, though. When I look at who is banned, which is very few people, I don't know who's who. Most of the people who are banned are the same person because I've got a bunch of alt accounts and they're fucking autistic as hell. I knew you were going to say he shares him with you. What do you mean? Who shares him with you? I'm checking on YouTube website. This new setup that I've got, it's not missed a single comment. Account made yesterday. Dude is on thin ice. There's a few troll accounts going around. I've noticed in other people's live streams. Email Malson keeps going on with one of them. But yeah, anyway. It's just no chill trolling. Fair enough. Why is the name Girth? Girth, at least put like a girthy photo in. Something to note on Mitchell, he has the highest control time of any featherweight ever. Over an hour of control time. Wow, that is impressive. I've never banned anyone here, but I'd tell you if I do. Cheers. Right, co-main event. This is close. The AI did not like this fight. The AI did not like this fight. Right? And I know I said I was going to not bother with a pick. But I thought, fuck it. We've got a Grok tiebreak. And it's Pimlet. Paddy Pimlet by decision. So basically it goes like this. I think Paddy... I don't know. So here's the thing about Paddy. I think he can neutralize... He could definitely... This is me speaking. For once, I can speak about two fighters who have watched a lot of their fights and can actually have a fucking take. But for me, Chandler, his power is obviously more than Pimblett's. He hits harder, he's more powerful, but because Paddy Pimblett has the grappling to fall back on, if he gets hit or gets clipped, he can pull guard. He's got weapons. So that's if he gets clipped. And that neutralizes. People don't talk about how that neutralizes power. If someone has a good ground game and has the option of pulling guard, that's a neutralizing thing. That is a neutralizing tactic against somebody who has more power. So I don't think Chandler is going to knock out Paddy Pimblett. But I do think Chandler is going to quite clearly be significantly stronger. And I think that's going to stop Paddy Pimblett subbing him. I think Paddy will do his weird jiu-jitsu and get control time if they go to the ground. I just don't think he's going to lock the submission in. He might get the submission, but he's not going to put him to sleep. I don't think he's going to tap him out. I just think Chandler's too strong. You know what I mean? So yeah, Paddy Pimblett's striking efficiency and cardio suggests he can outpoint Chandler over 5 rounds, especially if he avoids an early knockout, as Chandler is known to lose power in his strikes after explosive starts. Plus, Paddy can pull guard. Paddy's submission skills add a threat, but Chandler's experience and strength might prevent a finish. If this does go to the ground, it might be a game of control time, making a decision the more likely outcome. I think this match myself is going to be very grapple heavy. It's going to be a mixture. I do think it's going to be. I think there's going to be a lot. I think ground control. This is going to come down to ground control and significant strikes. Like, it's a mix. I don't know. It's one or the other. It's going to go to the ground. Why is Paddy going to stay on the feet with someone with so much more power? You know what I mean? That's like, it's a much safer path for him to grapple. So yeah, I think this fight is going to be won by control time. So anyway, yes, Paddy Pimblett decision. Put a poll up. I can't on this new setup. Owen Hart going to get done. Oh, too soon, Antec, too soon. Paddy got a better chin, though. Does he? That's what you're saying. Like, go back and watch his fights. He gets clipped. He stumbles back. There's a lot of people out there who are posing as a fighter with a good chin, when in reality, they're pulling guard. You know what I mean? I've seen Paddy get rocked a bunch of times. Without the BJJ to fall back on, and what he calls voodoo jiu-jitsu, which he's got weird jiu-jitsu. He makes different decisions and he sees things. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got a really high jiu-jitsu IQ. I don't think he's much of a striker, but yeah. I think without that, if he was a out-and-out striker in those fights where he got clipped and rocked, what happens then? He staggers back against the cage where he tries ducking and weaving while he gets picked apart and knocked out. I don't believe in Paddy's chin. I've seen him get hit and not that hard and stumble. I just think, like I said, good grapplers can hide a weak chin because you always pull guard. How easy is, like, look at Oliveira. Oliveira's got a really weak chin. How many times have you seen Oliveira get rocked? How many times is he being clipped in the chin and fucking fell? It's exactly the same as Paddy the Baddy. It's just he pulls guard, wraps you up, keeps you busy while he recovers, and resets. I'm telling you, man, these proper elite jiu-jitsu practitioners, because they're so secure fighting off their back and being able to just pull guard against anyone, I think it actually convinces a bunch of people. There's a bunch of fighters out there going around with the accolade of being known for having a good chin when they haven't actually got a good chin. They're just, no one's ever seen their chin tested because they pull guard. Anyway, Paddy's a big lightweight though. He is a big lightweight. But Michael Chandler's a stocky little fucking... Michael Chandler, right? He looks like... The fucking looks like he was built in a laboratory. Only he got sent to TK Maxx because he's a defect. Everything else, he just didn't get the height. He was supposed to come out. He was supposed to come out 6'4", but he came out a bit stumpy. You know what I mean? Paddy the Baddy is just some lad from Liverpool who fancies a scrap and got involved in training. You know, Paddy the Baddy. Fucking Paddy. Oliveira has never been slept, to be fair. He hasn't, but the amount of times he's taken a fist to the chin and fucking fell to his fucking ass. The fuck you saying I did, Chrissy? Hey, what's up, no chills? Sup? Cheers, West End. To answer your question, that's why I have Weston as a mod. Because he knows who's who. Check below in my description for friends of the show. Give everyone a subscribe if you haven't. Like and subscribe to me, jeez. I was gonna make Musical wear those jean shorts. There's no chance now. Westy is the GOAT. Bodacious needs glasses. I've got glasses. And the Beatles were just 4 lads from Liverpool that like playing music. This is the same thing. Look at Paddy. Look at him outside of a fight. He turns into a massive fat fuck. Eats his fucking pizza. He's not exactly a model athlete, is he? Anyway, Michael Chandler. I've got Paddy Pimblett winning by decision. Now main event time. I've got Diego Lopez by a second round knockout. This hinges on Lopez's knockout power and Volkanovski's recent durability issues, amplified by overlooked factors like momentum and post-KO recovery. The fight's outcome likely depends on whether Volkanovski can weather the early storm and dictate the pace, or if Lopez can land a fight-changing blow or submission early. Yeah, I got Diego Lopez winning by TKO. But yeah, if you like mechanical shit, sub up. Yes. Anyway, that is my AI picks. That's my AI picks. Why hasn't it gone away? It's supposed to. Right, here we go. Right, no, hang on. Don't glitch AI picks. Oh, okay. You know what it's supposed to say. AI picks. Right, that's my AI picks. I will be going over the results on Sunday. Good luck to everyone who's getting involved in the card. Good luck in gambling. Don't gamble. Don't use my fucking picks to gamble. If I can get a consistent pattern of at least keeping up with the leading pack on the picks. So like when I look at that Jerusalem sleeper cell, if I can stay consistently in the top 20, I might start using the AI with some of these guys who keep talking about this strategy. Once you nail the picks and you're accurate like 60% or more, I can't get my fucking head around it, but there's something to do with parlays. You just make a whole bunch of freeway parlays or something. And there's some way of hedging your bets, and if you've got like a 65% plus pick rate, you take away the house edge. I don't know how it works and why the house edge is now gone. But if the AI can keep it up, how it's been going the last few weeks, then it can be the foundation of a betting strategy, you know? And then I'm going to do it. I'll find, because you can do fake money. Or I'll just put a tenner. I'll just put a tenner on. I'll just put a tenner on and bet a quid or something. I'll bet a quid on each fight or something, or whatever it is. I don't know. But we'll see. Great picks this week, in my opinion, apart from Jim Miller. Cheers, Fall. Lovely musical. Jim Miller is done. Maybe not. Jim Miller is a mental pick. Remember how you picked Bell Beater last week? Jim Miller will suffer the same fate. It will be this. It is a bit weird that the AI likes to be like, every now and again it's like, no. Well, everyone's saying that. Well, fuck you. No. I'm just gonna stick with it. File. The Bell Beater one. Fucking hell. I for the life of me can't figure out. I ran the AI again and it picked her again. I had to turn down way loads of fucking. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Miller still has a chance though. Well, you know what, you sound like Joe Rogan right now, musical. You'd be hyping up. Jim Miller, don't underestimate Jim Miller. He's got power and experience. You know, don't look past him. Fucking hell. I can't wait until the WWE influence comes into play with the UFC. Because it will. It will. The fighters aren't going to come out to stupid routines like a fucking WWE fight. But what I mean is, like, the thing that's about the WWE is it's fake fighting and fucking silly, but it's such a good show. It's a good show. And they get on with it. Like, UFC events can be half the time. First of all, they need to get the fuck on with it. There's too much fucking bullshit between it. And they need much better commentators. And they need to work on the press, man. I respect it, Bodach. Cheers. They need to work on their press as well. Like, I don't even know how you tackle that, but fucking hell. What is the press for the UFC? What is their press? It's basically a room full of people split in half. One of them is from some sports blog on some legacy news media outlet. You know what I mean? It'll be like the Sunday Times or something. And they don't even have one each anymore. They'll all these different newspapers and that, they all chip in. You get like 10 of them chipping in to send this guy to the UFC for the day. And then the other half is just a bunch of fucking influencers who are posing as journalists. The media is horrendous. It's horrendous. The fact that it's become such a massive sport is fucking mental, but yeah. I mean, Dana White, he's losing touch. They need to bring in mandatory rules. They need to start stripping fucking people. They need to bring in revenue share. Like, you got footballers in that, and most of the big footballers get revenue share. It's not a lot. It's like fractions of a percentage, but when you're in a multi-billion-dollar industry, that's what helps a footballer reach the 250 grand a week that they get. They don't just get a flat salary, do they? They get it's built around all different things. Like, there's quite clearly not an actual arrangement It's like when Messi goes to a club, Messi will be like, right, well, your club's about to sell a shitload of shirts. Well, I expect a cut of that. With the UFC, it does seem like they just get this deal. It costs what it costs. And you do your fight deal, and then if you've done well, you get a new deal. And then when you get really good and you get it to be like John Jones, you can basically do one fight at a time, and then each individual fight becomes a negotiation. This is what this is some fucking bullshit. It's some fucking bullshit. They need to, when they start signing people and that, they need to actually start figuring out a way in how to introduce revenue share and stuff. Because the fighters are going to put way more, there's going to be so much more effort into the promotion. They're going to be speaking about it more. You know, you can't just give a flat salary and some fucking bonuses when they're literally, the only thing stopping them killing each other is a referee. If you give them a revenue share, all right, so like, oh, Izzy Adesanya, okay, every time you fight, you get 0.5% revenue. We're probably going to make, what, 50 odd, what is it? How much do they make from an event? Like 5, 10 million? Something like that. That's like 100 odd grand in his bank, innit? 1v1 press conferences, they need it. Yes, exactly. WE divas back then were hubba hubba. Well, divas. Fucking hell. It's the one thing that puts me off. I love WWE. I love the silliness of it. I love the silliness. Like for me, with a WWE, people are like, oh, why do you watch WWE? I'm like, and I'll go to them. It's like, well, it's like fake fighting. I'm like, well, do you watch Marvel films? And they're like, yeah, I love Marvel films. I'm like, well, there you go. It's fake fighting and fake superpowers. You know what I mean? Thor doesn't really have muscles like that, by the way. When he's not preparing for Thor, he's half that size. It's like that for me. Yeah, it's a fake fight. At the end of the day, it's a show. And I love it, mate. Some of them climb to the top of the fucking cage and plummet 10 feet on top of each other. That's gotta fucking hurt. And I love the silliness of it. I love the bigness of it. What was I saying? But yeah, I just think, what was I saying? Oh, I can't remember now. Ha! Well, I'm picking Hooper for sure, but I think Rogan is just awesome. Defo should dramatize main event walkouts. Yeah, just a bit more. Like I said, right, these are two companies. And the WWE has the... I said this, I think, the other night. The WWE has the logistics. Hang on, I'm going to leave the gym. I want to go back to my man cave. Whew, hello, I'm going home. I'm going in a minute. I'm not going to be here long. And I can't even remember what I was fucking saying just now. The UFC press garbage. The UFC press is straight garbage, man. Never watched Embedded. Haven't watched for years. Yeah, I can't watch Embedded anymore. It's ridiculous. What was I just fucking saying? I honestly can't fucking remember. Imagine someone doing something as crazy as Prince Nassim coming out on a flying cover. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. So, yeah, the WWE has the logistics down. They've got 2 shows traveling around all the time, doing a weekly show in arenas. And a different arena each week. And they're now part of the same company. At some point, especially for fight nights, why aren't they just taking out the WWE ring, pushing back the chairs a bit, taking out some chairs and putting the octagon there, and then just coming out? Let the UFC fighters come out that way. They're not going to come out all silly and stuff, but yeah, they'll have their music and there'll be some fucking graphics and shit on the big panels like the. I don't know why they don't do that. I mean, make the UFC better, and they need to get rid of it. Like Joe Rogan's out of touch, man. I don't even think he watches most of it. He's so out of touch. I think he just says things. He's like Daniel Cormier. Daniel, if you next time you listen to Daniel Cormier talking about fighting, listen carefully. He very, very often says things that have got no bearing on the fight at all. It sounds thoughtful and insightful from a former champion and what is now an experienced pundit, but he just says things. He's awful. You know what I mean? He's awful. Joe Rogan's out of fucking touch. I've never watched an embedded either. Doesn't seem interesting. No, they're not interested anymore. Musical, I got added and removed to the GC with Crazy Kev. Almost had him. What's a GC? I don't know what you mean. Deduct 20% purse from fighters that don't finish. Whatever, yeah. I'm just saying that. I think everyone knows now that UFC fighters are not paid enough. They're just not. And you know why? I think one of the reasons why there's been a whole bunch of shit cards as well is because, like I said, the UFC, it's not like it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation and stuff, but that's value, that's not revenue. As a company, they're dealing in the millions, right? They're not doing an event and the pay-per-view and then gambling. Oh, here we go, we've just made another 100 million this week. Their revenue's not that big. It's the same with like a football club. Like, yeah, it's a multi-billion-dollar sport and all that, but the club's revenues, it's in the millions. And he's trying to get John Jones to fight again, who's probably turning around and saying, no, I want 10 million. So you put on a bunch of shit cards where the vast majority of the fighters are only going to get about, what, 50 grand, 60 grand or something? Don't know. Maybe that's why these cards have been a bit dreary. That's why London was so shit. That's why this card was... the last card was so shit. I reckon it's maybe just Dana White just trying to recoup some money. Getting ready for John Jones. I don't know. But the fact that John Jones is doing that is ruining the fucking sport. Because where do you get John Jones is fuck you money. So Bodach watches WWE. I do watch a bit of WWE. It's a pantomime. At the end of the day, WWE is a pantomime. If you're going to look at the WWE, you'll be like, yeah, but there's boxing and combat karate and and MMA. Why would you watch that? I was okay, well, do you watch films? Do you like Lord of the Rings? Well, fucking elves and pixies aren't real. You know what I mean? It's a show. I do enjoy watching some stuntmen do some crazy stuff. And I think the pantomime of it and the hard man act and the silly little beefs they have, I find it funny. I find it's good. The thing is about WWE is when it's good, it's really fucking good. When it's good, it's good. You get things like Stone Cold and The Rock. You know what I mean? When it's really fucking good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. It got good last year. It's lulled again. I wish The Rock would go away. I really wish The Rock would go away. I wish The Rock would go away. They need pyro intros like wrestlers to be fair. Yeah, they just need more. I agree, No Chill. So I did No Chill. Deduct 20%. Yes, I agree with that as well. UFC is missing the WWE-esque fanfare Pride had. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. The WWE has the infrastructure down. Week in, week out. They know how to do it week in, week out affordably. So fucking use it, man. The only thing DC is interested in is his next meal. Yeah. They're paid fine. They're not hustle bones. They're not. They're absolutely not hustle bones. Gay club. UFC has forced me into watching Formula One. Fucking hell. WWF died when they changed to WWE. I know. I still hate it now. I still hate it. And when I turned 13, I like it. The thing is, yeah, when I started getting a bit older as a teenager, I did completely tune out of WWE. I got back into it in my 30s of all times. And I like for me, when I do sit down and watch anything, I've been doing stuff all day. My brain has been occupied, been coding and all that fucking shit. So to then sit down and watch something that requires you to pay attention and think, I'm done. If I'm sat down at the end of the day watching something, my part in the audience is that of the dedicated I'm the dedicated non-thinker. That's what I am. I just want to mong out. I don't want to think. Just inject and just give me dopamine. Just give me cheap, easy dopamine before bed. That's it. And WWE is the perfect kind of fucking TV that you have to think about. The amount of times I never actually finish a show. I always fall asleep after the first 20 minutes. Let's go to sleep TV. Musical taking of Formula One. Do you know Rocket Powered Mohawk? I don't know. WCW versus Nitro Mog WWF. Yes. Worst UFC contract is 10k. So active fighters make 20 to 30k per year minimum, even when losing. And if you win, you can double that. That's fine. It's not fine, Hustle Bones. That is not fine. It would be fine if you're like someone with fuck all record, right? The UFC annual revenue, their revenue in 2024 was 1.4 billion. 1.4 fucking billion. Mad. It's mad. Fucking hell. So like the worst, like 10k is mental. Because the thing is, you got to remember the UFC is the pinnacle. When you reach the UFC, you've been fighting for some shitty little card in London or some undercard, or you've been at Bellator or somewhere else. When you're there, then yeah, when you've only like had 5 fights, then yeah, getting paid 10k, it makes sense. But once you arrive, once you've proven yourself in that underbelly of different fight promotions, and you arrive, you've just been received, you've got a good record, you're on a run. Here's a contract to be a fighter for a company that turns over 1.4 billion a year. And they have 50 events. So let's work that out. If they do 50 events, times that's 650 fighters. 1.4 billion. And there's about, what, 650 fighters that actually turn up to do a fight. Some of them repeat. 10k? 10k? Shut up. It should be starting at 50k. The undercard should be getting 50k. The main card should be touching 100k. The main events should be on 500k. And then you get your special circumstances like your Conor McGregors and your fucking John Joneses who don't have a fight contract. It's just like, I'll come back for one more if the money's right. That's different. But when you're an up-and-coming fighter, the fact that you just joined a multi-billion-dollar corporation and you're only getting 10k a fight after you've already proven yourself in their competition, that's the reason you're in the UFC. To say 10k is all right, it's a slap in the fucking face if you ask me. And that's the newest and worst fighters. Fuck that. You're only in the UFC because you've proven yourself already. You've proven you're ready to take on the best of the best. One level at a time, obviously. Top fighters make millions. Yeah, I know. How many of them make millions? Of the 600 odd, of whatever it is, 800, there's different numbers here. There's less than 1,000 fighters in the UFC. How many of them make millions? It's not 10% of them. It's not 5% of them. Out of those 1,000 odd fighters that have got some sort of contract with the UFC, dude, there's about 10 of them max making millions, if that. 60k a year for a brand new fighter that no one knows or cares about, that isn't fine. No, that's not fine. That's not fine. No, absolutely not. The UFC is different. It's not boxing. It's not boxing. People care about the UFC. They bring zero eyes or attention to the sport. It doesn't matter. It's not all. I mean, obviously, the amount of eyes and attention and revenue you generate is obviously a massive part of how much you should get paid. Right? Of course. But you've also got to incentivize new talent. And there's more to it in there. There's more to it than just the fucking revenue you generate. There's the meritocracy of the sport. If you're on the up and you've been on the undercards and you've got a winning record and it's good enough to get that contract, you could be on your way to becoming a champion. You know what I mean? Just give him a bit of money, mate. Give him a bit more money. Guys, is Giuliano dead? No idea. Guys, take a couple of days off and people think he's dead. I know. Yeah, you cut your teeth on the regionals, then you get your shot in the UFC for potentially 60k a year. Is 60k a year even enough to live on in America? It's not like you're driving on a lorry for a living. You're fucking putting your life on the line. Fighting, going to fucking camp. How much of that 60k do you get to keep? You insure yourself. How much does your gym get? Where you train, they get a cut of your money. Your agent and all that, they get a cut of the money. You say, oh, here you get 10k for your fight. That fighter doesn't actually get 10k. He gets half of it. Nah, man. They got to pay him up. What's up, Use Leeds? Yeah, they got to pay. UFC contract doesn't mean you're ready for the best of best. That's why we use terms like prospect and contest. Yeah, Hasselblad's not a fucking idiot. I'm saying that the revenue at the UFC and the profit that they're making and the growth that they're experiencing, they can pay a little bit more. And ultimately, it will drive up activity. You have more fighters wanting to be active because there's some fucking money. Because the amount of money you make is so steep in the way it climbs. All of the top fighters are practically fucking inactive, Hustle Bones. How do you solve that problem? Because they know if they lose a fight, the fight after that's half the money. It's like you earn fuck all, you get to the top 10, earning okay, you get to the top 5, fuck yeah, you get somewhere near the belt. Whoa, a couple of years I've just cleared like 500 grand and made a couple of million. That's great. Then what? Keep fighting? No, because if I lose a couple, then I'm no longer a contender and I'm going to drop down to the mid card. Why would I risk going back to fighting for 50 to 100 grand when I can hold out and wait until they're going to give me like a couple of million again? How do you solve the problem? You pay everyone more. You just pay more. It's just you have to. You might be dead. You might be. 60k a year is really like 30k after expenses and taxes. Okay. 30k is doable. You can rent yourself out a house, have a car, but that's a tight life. 10% to your manager. Newly hired engineers at top tech companies start at around 35k. Money isn't always a good thing. When they get too rich, they turn soft. True. Engineers can work for 40 years. Exactly. Fighters have a short window. Ultimately, I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to present an idea on how you make fighters more active. If the established champion stuff don't turn up, you take the belt away and there's a busy undercard who are active, raking in some cash. Active divisions mean active top 10s. Like how many, right? Go and look at the fucking top 10s. Because it's so fucking inactive. Go and look at the top 10s, man. There's so many of them. You got these people who haven't had a fight they've fought once, maybe twice in years, and somehow they're still in the top 10. Because you got the problem with the undercards, like fucking, they have to make it count. They're only going to get 10 grand. Do you know how much easier it would be? It'd be like Dana White's like, right, I'm trying to work out the rankings. Here's a little gap here. Them two need to fight. He rings them up. Do you want to fight? They'll be like, yes. There's no discussion. Oh, what are the risks? Don't matter. You're going to get paid loads of money. UFC could lure better talent by having better base pay. Yeah, I'm not turning around and saying, oh, take some prospect who's like 5-0 and go and make him a millionaire. I'm just saying if the dude has made it to the UFC and he fights twice a year, he should get at least 100 grand. He should get at least 50k. You know what I mean? We got footballers. Because the other thing is, that guy's going to be in his mid-20s, and it's a very short career. And you got footballers who are 18 years old who are on like 100 grand a week. Yeah, but the engineers don't have... Yeah, lesson point. Yeah, it's exactly. Anyway, I need to get buggered off. I agree with Hustle Bones. Of course you do, CSP. How dare you? Nobody would take that gamble over a steady great pay. I don't care. You've got to pay a bit more. I'm not turning around and saying, mate, give them fucking money that's going to make them filthy fucking millionaires. I'm just saying. You look at them fucking fight nights, mate. Half those fighters were getting less than 25 grand. Anyway. I want to know who the best fighters are. I want to know who the best of the best is, right? I want to know who the most dangerous motherfucker is at each given weight class in the world. Because each UFC champion can realistically say, yeah, take every fucking man in the world my size And there's a 99.9% chance I can beat the shit out of him. I want to know who that guy is. That's why I'm in the sport. And it's not just about having a belt and someone taking a belt from you, right? That's bullshit mentality. Part of the criteria to being one of the baddest men on the planet is being active and fighting. John Jones is inactive. So in my worldview, that makes Aspinall the champion. And if he's not active soon, there's going to be questions about his activity. But he is the most recent. Actually, no, he's not, is he? John Jones had to fight. Mate, I can't remember now. Fucking hell. When were the fights? Can't remember which way around it is. Anyway, the point remains. I want to know who the best fighter is at each weight class. And you have to be active to be fighting. So I think to encourage the top talent to be active more is, one, you bring in mandatories. He fought Stipe in November 24. So, okay. Forget what I said about John Jones. Technically, as far as I'm concerned, he's active because he's fought within 6 months. But that's still bullshit, because why the fuck is he fighting someone when there's an interim champ out there? It's fucking bollocks. But yeah, you need to bring in mandatories. If you're not active, then you're not the fucking champion. What do you mean? Champions are fighting at least twice a year and they're winning. Yes, that's what they do. Or at least once a year at the very least. So first of all, then you bring mandatories. You lose. You're not going to be called a champion if you don't actually fucking defend it. And the second one is just up that pay a little bit more. Just up that pay. First of all, because they earn it, they're fucking all that training. Second of all, they can afford it. It's not some back-end fight club, is it? Like it was in the fucking 90s. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest franchises in one of the biggest sports in the world. Right? And when you increase that pay, first of all, 3/4 of the fucking fighters are suddenly going to want to be active. And the other thing is, the fighters that are in the lead, the ones that are getting more money and stuff, if they do take a risk and they do lose one of the big ones, the consequences are going to be lessened. The consequences financially are reduced. And if you've reduced the financial consequences, then surely it makes sense that the fighters would be more willing to take risky fights. This is the only way you're going to do it. Because if they don't do something, the UFC is going to get, just like boxing, very quick, where anyone worth watching fights every second fucking year. And no one fucking gives a shit about the undercard. It's gonna go that way if they don't fix it. Money is overrated anyway. It's the world's biggest motivator. Like the stream, fellas. Yes, thank you. That's why they should pay the top guys even more. No, they should. Well, yeah. They should pay everyone even more. Yes. Pay them even more. That's why older UFC was so much better. These footballers are soft these days. Yeah, they're overpaid. Yeah, there's no real money, just passion for fighting. Yeah, Bodach, you are the GOAT. I know your AM model will do great this week. Thank you, Usuallys. Peace, Bodach. Fighting styles should be paid more in accordance to how entertaining they are. Yeah, but then what? Do you want to find out who's like the most entertaining fighter or who the best fighter is? Because I don't think you can have both, man. Usuallys, apart from one pick, has AI picked Jim Miller. If Jim Miller wins, that'll be funny. Musical, let's crack on with some thief. Aren't they already kind of there? Right, come on. Smoke Shed first. Hustle, not for the first contract. Finally should be in fit, whatever. Does Bodach pay FIFA? I am going to get FIFA. I don't like it. They've changed it. It's not even called FIFA anymore, is it? It's called fucking EA Sports FC or some shit. Yeah, the most exciting fight. Yeah, obviously you got to generate revenue. If a fight is generating revenue, they should be getting the money, yeah. That doesn't excuse paying the fucking rest of the card 10k. For example, Bodach should absolutely be paid more than Finny. If an individual's pulling in revenue and shit, of course they should get a personal deal with more money. My argument is that the fucking base level pay at the UFC is tragic. And it's creating a fucking snakes and ladders type of financial reward system when you're fighting. You win and you win and the money goes up and up and up and just a loss or two and all of a sudden you're back in the 20k fight fucking undercard. The financial rewards in MMA is set up like a game of snakes and ladders. That's the best analogy I can think of. I'm going to move on now. But that's what it's like, right? Tony Ferguson was getting offered mid 6 figures, potentially 7 figures to fight once upon a time. He had that offer for maybe 2 fights, maybe 3. And then he lost. Done. Probably never saw an offer above 250k again. Anyway, something needs to change, yes. UFC is just fast food fight schlop now. Anyway, fucking that. Sorry guys, I gotta go. Fucking hell, 1 o'clock. I tell myself every time I'm doing my 2 hours. My 2 hours, and I always end up doing 3. I know they have contracts where they is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? No. Okay. I was gonna do an AI voice. Down, cheers. Right, go. Sorry, guys. Right. I'm back on Thursday. Like and subscribe and all that amazing stuff. Back on Thursday with the UFC 314 quiz. We'll do the quiz then. Sorry, musical. I'm running out of time. I've been chatting some fucking nonsense. After the quiz, we will do computers. Hopefully Gilly's not dead and you get the rest of the money. But even if you get the full amount, I would like to make a compelling case why musical should get a desktop PC as opposed to his laptop. And I'll give you the pros and cons as to why you should go to the laptop. But anyway, don't miss out on the quiz. Whoever we get on the quiz, I'm going to try and talk to them a bit. I'm not just going to do the quiz and say, bye then. Fuck off. See you later. Quiz is over. Like we did last week with JBD and Gilly, we'll hang back and whoever's on the quiz will have a proper talk and catch up. Yeah. I thought that worked quite well. Anyway, Bodacious is probably chit-chatting. Yes, I'll go live before you two. Oh, thank you very much. Ta-da, lads. Right, anyone live? Anyone live? Anyone live? There's 19 of you. That's amazing. I can't believe it. No one's live. Okay. Sorry, no one to raid. If they do a gaming stream, jump on that and give them some love. Anyway, see you Thursday. Like, subscribe, and tickle my balls and all that. See you later.